Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today I'm about 3,000 kilometers away from my playhouse. I'm at Cindy's place in Portugal. Well, I'm here to help her with her solar panels, which I think I have already done. So, she has a visitor from Switzerland. This is Andre, and he is a big drinker, but
apple juice.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say. So Cindy has gone to pick up a friend at the train station, I guess, and I had promised to come and help look at her solar panels. She has had the unfortunate event of having a solar panel smashed. There was a ladder standing here when this roof for the bathroom was going up, and it has tipped over and crushed one of the panels, which is a bloody shame because she had a very nice system here with 2 panels in series and 2 panels in series and those in parallel. So this is, it's not great. It's still producing some voltage. I've been messing with it, and I could still put those 2 panels in series and those 2 panels in series, but the panels with the broken panel, wasn't really contributing to the power output. So what I had to do was to put 3 panels in series, and luckily the inverter is able to do that. So funny enough, these panels are exactly the same panels as I have at home, that I've just been throwing up on my roof, and they're 330 watt panels. They are from another supplier, but the specs are exactly the same. So my best estimate is that someone has produced these panels and just slapped their labels on there. So let's go and see if they're producing any power. Cindy has a very nice charge controller over here. So yeah, it's a bit rocky to get over here, so you have to so here is the cabinet with the charge controller in here. The batteries are down here, and we have a charge controller, so we can see what the panels are doing by pressing the button. I forget. So we're getting 101 volts in from the solar panels, 7 amps, 6 amps, and that's 170 watts, and that's not a lot. So not entirely sure why it's so low, but I had the idea that the batteries are not taking in as much as they should, and I don't know how to fix that. So naturally the batteries are down here. So yeah, but it helped. Before we were only able to put 1 panel on here, and hopefully this will be an improvement. Otherwise I'll be back. Oh, this doesn't work very. Okay, and the key sits very nice. So we could just have a look at the batteries. I should probably have looked at those, see how they look. Yeah, there's room for improvement here. Okay, we need to go back to that another day and have a look at the batteries, see if that's all good. Okay, so I landed at Porto airport at about 10 o'clock last night, and then I had to drive to my house. So I was at my house at like 2 o'clock in the middle of the night, and then I'm here at 2 o'clock 12 hours later and looking at the battery system. So I didn't know what to expect. Cindy said that it wasn't working, and I was looking at her videos, and so I purchased a whole lot of stuff that it arrived before me. So some of these cables I I replaced the connectors on them, and we actually found one of these connectors. It wasn't this one, it's actually the one that is sitting out there now, but the metal bits that goes into these connectors was swapped around, and therefore the cable had been broken, because they're not supposed to go in like that. So it had worked to start with, and then it had broken and wasn't working anymore. Now it's working, but I'm still confused why we're only seeing 200 watts going into the batteries. So I bought a lot of stuff. This is a solar power cable. This is a set for crimping solar panels. There's a soldering iron, and there's a, well, that's actually not for this project, but there is a Ryobi angle grinder that I have wanted for a long time, so I needed one of those in Portugal. So the solar panel fix turned out to be simpler than first expected. Good old Raymond told me a lot about this. Raymond is a Dutch person that I met down here. Hi Raymond and Sandra. And yeah, it didn't add up, and when I got here it turned out to be simpler than that. A bad cable was messing with us, and yeah, that would have been a hard one to find without a multimeter. So yeah. Oh, by the way, this is my awesome ride this time. I don't know what I did to that poor girl in the Eurocar rental place, but she thought that this red beast would just be me. So yeah, I'm the one in the red shoebox. Okay, it's a few days later, and I'm at my second PlayHouse here in Portugal, and yeah, it's very nice and warm, as you might have seen when I was at Cindy's place. Let's just see, I have a temperature thingy here, right there. Oh, can you see that? Oh, that's difficult. There we are. Yeah, I have a nice and cozy 24 degrees inside, and outside is 29.8, and it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, and outside it's very sunny, but yeah, the inside of the house is actually keeping nice and cool, so that's pretty nice. What have I been doing? Well, I visited Cindy's place and messed around with her solar panels. I'm pointing to this direction because I'm going to be doing an unboxing of this box over here. It's a security camera system. It's going to be in its own video, but yeah, you have that hopefully to look forward to. And over here I'm still working out of internet in a jar. It's right there. It's I have modified it a little bit because it overheated when it was black, so I wrapped a piece of white paper around it so that it wouldn't overheat. So yeah, you have to think of everything here. I'm not sure that I got to everything around Cindy's solar system. I messed about with the solar panels and we got that sorted. My theory before I came here was that her hyper inverter was running at its limits, because the model that I was looking at had a maximum of 75 volts in on the solar panels, but it turned out that she had the plus version, which has 145 volts in on the solar panels, so that wasn't it. Then I found a bad cable that I fixed, and yeah, unfortunately it seems that her batteries are really bad, so that's where we are at right now. So yeah, I think we need to go and see how the solar panel on the top of the land and the to become internet connection up there is doing. I am struggling a little bit with my back, so we're gonna take it easy up there. So it's very hot outside, so I'm gonna take this hat on. I've been streaming. there's a big fire risk here in Portugal, so you're only allowed to stream to about 11 o'clock in the morning. So we're just gonna go around the house so you can see what I've been doing. This is the driveway in. Oh, I removed, there was weeds in there, and I've removed all the weeds from over here. So that was also a job, took an hour or so to remove all the weeds that had come up here. So I've streamed along here, and you can see it when we get in here. You can see that over here there's nothing, and over here there's high grass. So yeah, so we'll go through the border, or along the border of my little piece of heaven land here. Go under the tree. I need to figure out where to put up a hammock here. It's an awesome weather to be laying in a hammock. So I'll go down here. You can kind of see where I've been streaming, and that's kind of why my bag is teasing me. I'm not used to doing that, so all that office work and suddenly getting up early in the morning and streaming your land. So now we're almost at the end of the land here, and there is a land marker that has really gotten tired down here, and it has laid down. At some point I need to come by here and put that up right. So, but my land goes up this way all the way to the top of the mountain, but you can kind of see that I've been streaming there. So let's go that way, and you can kind of see, well, here is the house. It looks marvelous from here. It looks so good. I must admit. And it's very hard to see how steep this actually is. Well, this part I'm walking on now isn't that steep, but when we get a bit further up, going up the mountain is really steep. So this morning I was out here streaming, and there's like a hill here that I'm pretty sure that marks where my border is. So I've been streaming that, but I think I'll go on the neighbor's land here, and we'll just look in at my land, because there's kind of a road up here, easier to walk on. And here's another good view of my house. Yeah. Whew, it's already hot. So we are almost, well, I've also been streaming here, and you can kind of see from here to the road. The marker is just down there somewhere, and when I'm standing here, that stick with something on top of it is another marker, and we need to go up that way. But as I'm already huffing and puffing, I'll give you a break for that, because yeah, it doesn't sound good. I'm almost there, but I can see that my antenna and the solar panel is still there. So that is something. You can see it, it's right there. Yeah, cool. There is the mast, and here is the nice view, and here is the setup. It does not look like that anything has messed with it since well, see, we have a buck here. But other than that, seems good. panel has become dusty. So what's the charge? Oh, this has come off. So, but I can already see that the battery voltage is good, 13.8 volts. Awesome. And these horseflies really love me. I'm gonna unwrap this and check on the battery. Everything else looks... Do I have to? I don't think we need to check the battery, it's fine. We'll check that next time. But I broke a screw last time I was here. The Wi-Fi repeater that is gonna be sending the signal down to the house, down here, it's gonna be mounted here. And I was screwing in and I snapped one of the screws. I forget how strong I am. So I need to bring a drill up here and another screw, and so that I can mount that. Yeah, I gave up on that. And yeah, I also need to get another SIM card so that I can put a SIM card in here, and this spot gone. So everything looks absolutely fantastic up here. Plenty of power. That's a 150 amp hour battery we have down there. Lithium phosphate polymer, I think, something docked down there. We'll check on that next time. I just wanted to go up here. I haven't been up here. I've been here for 3 days and I haven't made it up the hill, and now I need to go down again. The sun is burning. I'm too white for this. Okay, so I'm almost down again. Here's a nice view of the house. I actually met my neighbor when I got here this time. That was a bit of a bad start, because I arrived very late at night and I had trouble sleeping. So I got up very early in the morning. I thought I could just start that streaming work, because, well, you have to do that before 11. So I started that, I think, at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And it turned out that the neighbor had arrived, and I had never met those, and they were here on holiday, and maybe 8 or 9 in the morning was ever so slightly too early to be streaming just outside their house. So yeah, that was kind of a bad start, but yeah. I met them and they were nice people. They are from Lisbon and they have this house, and they visit it very seldom, once or twice a year. So I was actually pretty lucky to even meet them. So I have had this house since end of October and I haven't met them. So this time I was lucky, and we just happened to be here at the same time. So yeah, awesome. So this little part, I'm up here going to the lake, which has disappeared, and this is where the streamer ran out of power this morning. The neighbor left yesterday, so now I can stream as much as I want in the morning. So yeah, this was a lake or a pond, and water was all the way up to here, and now it's just bone dry. Well, actually there is some water in here. Let's go in here. So I've had some visitors from cows here. So up here, very difficult to get in here. We are really there is ever so slightly a little bit of water here and a lot of rocks. So yeah, I think this is a well of some kind. On the drawings of the ground of the house, there's a water source, and this might just be it. On that paperwork there's a round circle, and that's usually a well or a borehole, and this qualifies, I think. And here's my pond. Well, that has disappeared from the other side, and I was already looking at yachts. So when I was here in February with my mom and my husband Jesper, we had this cleared, and it has gotten back really badly, so I need to trim that as well. Hopefully it's not as tough as it was. I think this is new growth, so I think the strimmer will take it, but it's incredible how much this has grown in 2 months. So yeah. Looks really wonderful, doesn't it? I like it. I do wonder how that came from there and down to there. Ah, those trimmers. And we're back inside again, and I'm all sweaty now and blind as heck as I've been out in the light. So yeah, I see that the camera is adjusting way faster than me, but it's lovely and cold in here actually. Like, well, it's at 24 degrees, and that's up there where the sun is coming in. So very nice in here. I don't need an aircon at the moment, but I have been thinking about getting one. Not as much because of the aircon, but because it's very good at dehumidifying and heating up in the winter. But still negotiating that with myself. My patrons got a little show around the house on Sunday, so if you want to be the first to see stuff like this, well, maybe join me over at Patreon. Other than that, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.